They want you to seek that God right there on earth. Not as you looking as a black God. You see what I'm saying? They want you to seek that type of God. Like as you seeking God, you seeking that type of God. You see what I'm saying? Like when you in your own little space and your own little people, they want you
they want you to envision them. Because you know when you envision them as God, as Christ, as Mary, and whatever it may be, right? Then now you look at them as superior and you look at each other and even yourself as inferior. Hold on, read again, slow down.
Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together. O nation.
So what nation is he talking to? The Israelites, right? Which would be us. He says for us to gather ourselves together because nobody else, like you said.
Nobody knows this.
Right.
So if you put this on a church sign and say, "Oh, nation," I'll go to that church. But if you pass by this church.
Right. They don't know. You know why? Because that church right there has not been set up by God. You know who set that church up?
Christians did.
Right here. The so-called white man, your friendly neighborhood white man. That's what he did right here in slavery.
So first, in order for us to have a place together, we have to have a place first, right?
Yeah, and you have to first know who you are, knowing who's together with, and then you gotta have a place, and that's what we doing. We set up places all over. Watch this.
This is our school right here.
Gather yourselves together, yet gather together. O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before that day pass as a child.
So we have to do that before that day of the Lord comes. You know what happens when the day of the Lord coming? What's gonna happen?
It'll be terrible.
It's gonna be terrible, right? But the church say it's gonna be oh happy day. You never read nowhere in the Bible that Christ, when he come back, it's gonna be a pretty day. Huh? He's coming with the sword, exactly. And what is he coming to do? Go to Amos. Amos 8.
Kill and destroy. To kill all of the sinners of his people. That's what it says. You see what I'm saying? And then to be, okay, before Amos 8, it said he coming to kill the sinners, right? What is sin? Anything that's not like Christ.
Okay, well, that could be vague. So he's not like Christ. So is every white man sin? This pole is not like Christ.
Not the physical, but behavior-wise.
Okay, all right. So watch this. Read it.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin.
And you say you go to Great Up Bethlehem Temple, right? The big nice church, right? So they should be teaching you this type of stuff. These are the basic things of the Bible. These are the things that's going to get us into heaven. Read it.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So what is sin?
Transgression of the law.
When you break in with the law. When you breaking God's laws, that's sin. You see what I'm saying? So like not washing your hands before you eat, that's not sin. You know what I'm saying? Not sneezing and saying you'll tell somebody to bless you. That's not sin. But sin is when you break God's laws. Matthew 19. Now, how do we get to heaven? Because you had good questions. But like you said, remember, this stuff gonna come with time. But in order to learn those things, you gotta have that foundation. You gotta have that base, right? The thing is, have you been taught how to get to heaven? As nice as Great of Bethlehem is, surely they have taught you how to get to heaven.
How to get to heaven.
How to get to heaven. That's the whole point we go to church, right? To keep his commandments, right? Watch this.
The book of Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So this is somebody asking Christ, how do I get eternal life, right? Read.
Verse 17. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life.
But if you want eternal life,
keep the commandments.
Keep the commandments. Brother Tony. So look, we asking, right? How do you get to heaven? Do you want to get to heaven? You do? Come on over, because that's what we're talking about. We all want to get to heaven. We are spiritual people. We want to get to heaven. But how do we get there?
By doing right.
Okay, what that mean, doing right?
Doing right. Living by the Lord. Living by His name. Doing right. Taking His word seriously. Not just out here, you know, just going to church and be going to church. You know what I'm saying? Actually putting His word to work.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna shorten it up for you, all right? Read 17 again.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 17. And he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good, but one.
So God is the only one good. That's what Christ saying, right? Read.
That is God. But if thou wilt enter into life,
But if you want that eternal life,
keep the commandments.
that's as simple as that. Keeping the commandments. But where do we learn?
Rivers of living water.
Hey, I see you watching the video. Why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, won't you like, subscribe, and share. IUIC Mississippi Burning. Like, subscribe, and share. Even comment.
2 Corinthians 14:34. We have to change our minds, our way of thinking, and come back to how God created us to be. You see what I'm saying? Watch this.
The book of 2 Ezra chapter 14 verse 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding.
We have to subdue it. You know what subdue means. You were in the military. So they taught you how to subdue something, right? That's what we got to do with our thoughts. We have to subdue our own understanding.
And reform your hearts.
And we got to reform our minds. Read.
Ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy.
Whoa, it's a after death you shall obtain mercy. Because did you know that after death, that's when either the salvation begins or the real torture begins. Did you know that? 2 Ezra 9. Huh?
I'm cooking. I'm doing cooking at the house. Left
Okay.
some food out here. I got to go, brother. Y'all give me y'all.
You got a flyer. Did they give you a flyer?
Oh, give me a flyer.
Give them a flyer, and I'm gonna read this to you while you get that flyer. Exit it. Okay.
Out of school right here. 727,
One more. Watch this. Whichever one.
The book of Exodus chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
So this was speaking as if it was Friday.
Bake that which you will bake today, and see that you will see, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
So that food, don't cut it off. We're not supposed to be cooking on a day. You got to come learn these things. You see what I'm saying, brother? Come see us. All right, give us a call. How you doing, my family? Oh, okay, that's a lovely book, sis. Come here. My brother, what's your name, man? You got it on? Here. Come on up, bro. Hey, so she said she learned about Deuteronomy. You believe in the Bible? So, in the Bible, what does God call you?
Don't run away.
His son? I'm with you. Come look over here and tell me which one is his son. My sister, what does God call you in the Bible? His children. Okay, do you got children?
No, I got children.
You don't got no children, do you, my sister? You got children, right? Do you call them your children, or did they get a name?
I call her by her name.
Oh, see what I'm saying?
If I'm referring to her talking to somebody else, I call her my child or something like that.
Right. So we got to know the name that God gave us. You want to know why that's so important? Because without that, we can't identify who we are.
Right.
We have to know who we are as a people. You see what I'm saying? Watch this. It's Deuteronomy 28. 15. Watch this. It says, because you in Deuteronomy 20. You in Deuteronomy, right?
I am.
Man, oh, you had 7. I'm gonna show you something in Deuteronomy. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
This is what God says about His children, which are the Israelites. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God says that we're holy. We're not like everybody else, right? He made that song, not like us. We definitely not like nobody else. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
God said He chose us to be special. But He gave us ways to be special, because if He didn't give us those ways, we would be acting just like everybody else. And that would make us special. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
My sister, I think you missed it. You just missed
Above
it.
all people on the face of the earth.
There we go. God said that we above all people on the face of the earth. Why we never been taught that?
Because they don't want us to know.
Now, you're right. They don't want us to know that, but they say that He above all people. This supposed to be the greatest man walked the earth, right? Who is that? Okay, what you say, my brother?
God the Son.
That's God the Son. That's Jesus. She said it. Confident. What would you say, my brother?
God the Father, right?
Okay, he say God the Father. Is that what the Bible say Jesus looked like?
Nah, he's hair of wool and his ears runs and he don't look nothing like that the way the Bible describes.
Exactly. He don't look nothing like that. So guess what?
He black.
Them people that taught us this, guess what they've been doing to us our whole life?
You lying, but I gotta go though.
You gotta go?
Yeah, I told what he at.
Deuteronomy 22.
I told her
One thing. Okay, let me give you one thing. You in Deuteronomy. Check this out. Deuteronomy 22 and 5.
Bring it out. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
I see that you are a woman. Indeed. God said that a woman shouldn't what?
Which pertaineth unto a man.
You shouldn't wear what pertains to men.
My pants.
Your pants. See,
All right,
because that's what's gonna make us special. You see what I'm saying? So it's just about learning and doing better.
One day at a time.
Exactly. That's it. I'm just giving it to you. All right.
Thank you. I ain't got to that part yet, but I'm getting
Okay.
Thank you.
That's Deuteronomy 22. You good? All right. So you see that, brother? The people that taught us this. My brother right here. Who is this right here? Job now. Huh? Who is this right here? You say Antichrist. I like this, brother. He said Antichrist. Hold on. But you see what I'm saying? He said the Antichrist. You say that's God the Father.
You know something though?
What you got?
When they say seek God, right? They want you to seek that God right there on earth. Not as you looking as a black God. You see what I'm saying? They want you to seek that type of God. Like as you seeking God, you seeking that type of God. You see what I'm saying? Like when you in your own little space and your own little people, they want you
they want you to envision them. Because you know when you envision them as God, as Christ, as Mary, and whatever it may be, right? Then now you look at them as superior and you look at each other and even yourself as inferior.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation